If you want to type that in the chat, we'd love to hear where you're from. Yeah, Cindy, I did change my glasses. I have reading glasses all over the house. So depending on what room I'm in, those are the ones I'm wearing. I like it when my husband doesn't have his and he has to wear my colorful ones. Oh, we have Cindy from Alaska. I'm not sure, Chuggy Ack. I'm not sure how you say that, Cindy. And Bakersfield, California, Jennifer, welcome. Oh, Jennifer, you're kind. I had a mom that developing your talents is the most important thing. So it just takes time. I've been quilting for a long time. It wouldn't be fair, Jennifer, if you were as good as I was, if you're just starting out and I've been doing it for 20 years. What would that say about me? Anyway, Alicia's from Colorado. Lynn from Albuquerque. Oh, Martina, you're from Ireland. Wow, that's awesome. Great. And Brenda's in the UK. Cool. That's wonderful. And Jennifer's from Grand Junction, Colorado, but she lives in California now. That's great. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right, let's get started. So today we're going to do a design plan. Oh, Susan's from Florida. Welcome, Susan. Ellen's from Andover, Pennsylvania. Cool. Okay, let's go forward with that. Yeah, Jennifer, it wouldn't be fair, would it? It just takes time, so just keep practicing. Sometime I should show you the first quilt that I designed. It's pathetic. I have it so I can remember. Look how much I've grown, because it was pretty bad. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's a good reminder. So we'll just grow and learn together, and we'll just help each other along wherever we're at. Okay, so today we are doing a design plan. A design plan is just like your blueprint or kind of a map of kind of knowing where you're going. Doesn't mean you can't take a sidetrack or adjust things along the way. It just kind of gives you a general idea of what you want to do. It's also a good way to know like the number of blocks you're going to need to make and what color you would like those blocks to be. So as you're cutting out, you know what you're doing. And then if you want to add like the pinwheels or whatever in your block, you know where you're putting those. That's just what that does with having a design plan. Okay, so things to consider when you are creating your design plan. Like when I was making the jumbo Scrappy star that's for my son's wedding, I just pulled out that green bin and I just went through and I knew what size I needed things to be because I knew how big I wanted my quilt to be. And I knew I was going to do a star because I knew it would be quick and easy. And my June is already crazy and things are going. So I knew I needed a quick and easy quilt. So I knew a big star would be quick and easy. So I drew that up on my graph paper, and we'll do some of that in just a minute here. And then when I went to my scrap bins, I just pulled out, because I was just making the whole star was going to be the whole quilt. I knew by dividing what size my squares were going to be. So as I went through my scraps, I pulled out the ones that would be big enough to cut that size of a square. And because I ran out of scraps that were big enough, then I went down to the next size. I just halved it because I didn't want to make a lot of pieces in my quilt. Because like I said, I was trying to make this a quick and easy quilt. So I just went half size. And there are measurements in your handbook. Oh, and also, some of you didn't get the handbook. I noticed a lot of you that said you didn't get it. It was because you unsubscribed and because I sent it through the email. When you unsubscribe, I can't send emails to you by law, so you didn't get it. Just 1 second, I need a drink. So I have, I was sending it to everybody, but I have included it in the course. So if you have your password and username and go to the course, you can now download it in the course. So the handbook is there also. And I will try and get these videos. They will be on my YouTube channel for a while. I'm thinking probably 2 or 3 weeks. And then they will just be in the course. So you guys who have signed up for the course will still have access to them, but they will no longer be free to the public. But so anyway, little side note there about the workbook. So the workbook does have what sizes, depending on how big you want to make the quilt, from a mini to a bed size. So go through your scraps, decide how big they are so you know what you can use and how many pieces you're going to use. I didn't want a lot of piece blocks, like I said, because I want it to be easy, and I kept the piece blocks that I do have in there very simple. They're just 4 patches and some half square triangles. That's all that's in there. Just to make it easy, but you can go as elaborate with your blocks as you want to. Just have fun with that. If you want to have a block theme, like I have the pinwheels going on, you can think of that and incorporate that into your quilt plan, your design plan. So, and then as you are picking out the fabrics and deciding what's going to go where, do consider the value, because you can see some of my star points don't stand out as vividly as some of the other ones. Like the lower left-hand star point kind of fades in, and other points where it's darker, they stand out more. So do pay attention to value. The pinwheels wouldn't stand out, half square triangles wouldn't stand out if I didn't have the contrast of the dark and the light. So those are things that you want to consider when you are creating your design plan. Okay, now we're going to have a little fun up here. Just a minute. Gonna make, oh no, I need this one, sorry. Okay. So I have here, I don't know which side's better for me to stand on. Okay. I have here, I hope you can see this okay. This is just the Jumbo Scrappy Star. It's just drawn out on graph paper. So that is what we're going to play with. So in my design, I did down here, these were just half square triangles. So I had this big half square triangle down here in the corner. Actually, originally on my plan, it was a square and a square. But as I got making things, I changed my mind. So and then up here, I also did some small half square triangles. Oh, I'm just seeing, Cynthia is from Southwest Ohio. Yes, Cynthia, I have been a guest on Fawns and Porters before. It was a fun thing. I enjoyed that. So it was a wild trip, but I did enjoy being on Fawns and Porter. I was calling my husband, my flight got delayed, then it got rerouted. I was supposed to get there in time for dinner. I didn't get there till after midnight. And I would just call my husband. And on the way home, it was the same thing. I just kept calling my husband, guess where I am now? Guess where I am now? Because they kept sending me in different places. Anyway, little tangent there. Okay, so I made a little one here, and I made one here. And then I just kind of added some 4 patches randomly in. And some of these had contrast and some of them just kind of blended in. So that's kind of how I did the first plan. Then you also saw in your handbook, I'll just throw that over there. Like I said, I'm really good at creative clutter. I did a heart. So we just half square triangle, half square triangle. Then I did half square triangles here to make the heart, okay? And I also, in a sketch that I had done, I echoed the heart. So I made it bigger. So that is an idea. You can just kind of go with and just make a design in a design. So the heart in the star. Yes, my brain works sometimes. So that's an idea. You could even put some mini hearts in here if you wanted. So you could just play with it and have fun with that. Okay, I'm going to have one here. I want you guys maybe, while I'm sketching out this one, maybe think of some other designs that we could throw in here. I thought that maybe you could do some flying geese to do a Dutchman's puzzle. I have to think while I'm here, huh? Okay. And maybe you would want to do some smaller ones down here. See if my brain can think on this one. Where do I want it? I'm going to do it right here. Oh, this one's going to spin the other way. And you could go with that kind of idea and maybe do them all the way around. So as I'm finishing up these ones here, yeah, Jennifer says a cross. That would make a great look. A cross in the middle block. Yes, go for that. It would make a great wall hanging. A star with the cross in the middle. We can draw that one up. Just 1 second and we'll play with that one. What other ideas do you guys have that you can play with? All right. One here. So that would be like spinning all around in there. Have fun with that one. Okay, let's try our crosses. Okay, Jennifer, we might want to divide these blocks up just so that you get your cross in the center. So you may want to do like a rail fence kind of look with some of these blocks. So that it's centered. Did I go on that one? Okay, I went on that one. So that's an idea you could do there. You could just leave it like that and have like this cross be a certain color and the rest of your star be another color. You could add other effects in with the star if you wanted. I don't know if you want to do like, let me think. I was thinking a friendship star, but I don't know how I'd fit that in there. Maybe you could do a chain so that you have something radiating out from your cross. Does anybody else have ideas of what they would like to see in there? We can just play here. It's not like we're cutting up fabric and wasting it. We're just playing on paper. It's cheaper that way. So you could do that. Good, Jennifer. We figured out your design plan. Okay, so you could just do the cross. You could do a chain through. You could just do a chain through it without the cross. You could play with color as you came out and radiate out from a cross. You could just do lots of fun things. An echo star. Yeah, we could do an echo star. And Jennifer, the Irish chain, kind of like this chain going through here. Yeah, that's great. Let's try echoing our star. Okay. So let my brain think here a minute while we echo the star. Whoops, my line is not very diagonal. All right. And then we could go smaller with our star. Whoops. Ignore this line right here. It's not supposed to be here. Okay, so we, here, we'll just color this part of the star in and then we won't see that I messed up. Pretend you didn't see that, or if you did, just know I mess up often. But it's all good in the end. So you could play with color in this and maybe make it yellow, orange, and go red. You could just play. Well, I didn't color in that part of the star. And just have fun with that and draw your design. I don't remember if I drew any more. Nope, that's all of the ones that I have, but that I drew up. So you can just play with, in your workbook, you have a drawing here. You have the graph. So you can play with all of that and just see what designs you want. So copy it out as many times as you want and just have fun drawing and seeing how your design looks. Before you cut into your fabric, it'll just give you a general idea of what you're doing. So, and like I said, it doesn't have to be cut in stone. Like, my original Jumbo Scrappy star had the square and a square, and I decided I wanted the pinwheel instead. So I just turned my half square triangles and turned them into a pinwheel instead of the square and the square. So lots of fun things you can do. Just enjoy and have fun with that. Does anybody have questions? Oh, and I was going to ask, and I should have done this at the beginning, how did your fabric pull go? What colors did you choose? Did you go monochromatic? Did you do a color theme like primary or secondary or warm or cool? Did you use the little trick of finding a fabric that you liked and pulling from that? Let me know. How did that fabric pull go? Did you have fun in those scraps? What did you find? It's kind of exciting to play in those scraps, and I always loved looking through them and remembering the quilts that I had made in the past. So I just am waiting to hear, what did you find in your fabric pull? I recently did rainbow colors, and I'm trying to decide the quilt that I did with the rainbow colors, if I want to make it a rainbow quilt where it goes from lavender and on, or actually it will go from red and go on down to lavender, or if I just want to make it scrappy all in. Oh, Cindy says she must like mid-range. I have little value in my fabrics. Well, that means an excuse to go shopping. Have fun. Good morning from Washington, Nancy. It's good to have you here. Were you able to do a fabric pull? What did you choose? So, let's hear. All right. Red, white, and blue, Susan, with yellow. That will be nice. How fun. That will look great in the star. Very patriotic. I like that pull. So I can't wait to see your quilt. All right. Thanks, Susan. Good stuff. What are you doing? Let's see. Red. Okay. Haven't pulled. Nancy hasn't pulled yet, but lots of red, white, and blue also. She's going to do patriotic. And Ellen says she's thinking blacks, grays, browns, and touches of yellow and orange. Oh, those yellow and orange will look so vivid with those neutral colors. What a great combination, Ellen. I can't wait to see your quilt. So good. Great. I don't know if you know, but I do have a Facebook group, and if you want to share your progress or your fabric pull or how things are going, you can check it out. It's Aunt M's, I think it's M's Scrap Bag. I will put in the comments later today what it's called and a link to it if you want to share your stuff there. If anyone who belongs to it can remember off the top, is that pathetic? I don't even know the name of my own Facebook group. Anyway, if you want to put pictures of what you're doing and share so everybody can see, that would be great. It's always fun to connect that way and see what everybody's doing. So that's what I have for today. I hope you found it useful. I hope it gave you some ideas of how to fill in your quilt design plan. Tomorrow we will go over cutting and getting ready for putting our quilt together, following our quilt design. I still haven't figured out how to get this computer to recognize when I have my phone on so that I could show it the video live while I'm doing it. So right now it's just pre-recorded. I've learned a lot, but my brain is kind of full and tired right now, so I don't know that I'm going to learn any more before tomorrow. So it might just be the recorded video, but that's kind of where we're going for tomorrow. I will give 2 methods. I like to use the flying geese. Anyway, I'll go into that tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying this. And like I said, the workbook now, if you haven't got it through your email, you can just go to the Kajabi site where the class is and put in your password, and it's there and you can download it there. All right, thanks. See you tomorrow.